No shade to Rachel. However, this is the problem. Let's watch.
Look lonely. I can fix that.
In a nutshell, when every whammy is monetizing the loneliness of single men who don't have whammy. Every whammy is getting the simps. Getting the simps. Every whammy is getting the bag.
A connection before meeting them. Listen to that again. The ads are a chance for you to exchange.
You look lonely. Every whammy is a whore getting the bag from a bunch of simps while still getting her 5 fuckboys that she has. You know, the only 5 that she'll date on the entire planet. And then the men get nothing. Then you don't have quite the equitable outcome that you might want in civilization, and you end up having much less reproduction. There's just the 5 men who have sex with 1,000 women and reproduce with 100 of them, back to the way it was before Christian civilization. Then you get revolution again. That's what happens. And it's just like every whammy is just used as a carrot dangled over single men to torture them infinitely. You can never have this. Oh, you can also never have this. With the Jews, we have all your women. With the 8%ers, we're the only ones allowed to reproduce. Back to the way it was in the primal world, allegedly. Although I think if you were part of a tribe in the primal world and you contributed, you'd probably get whammy. Now you can contribute and it doesn't matter. They're held out. They're held back because of the psychology of women, because of feminism, because of the modern male patriarchy, which is basically a matriarch at this point. Because of this, you can't have anything. You will own nothing, not even a whammy. You will be reminded of that every day. And your sexual needs will be met in the basic, most superficial sense, just to keep you hopeful, to monetize your hope back at you. Just like the Shopify shoplifters, wink wink, the finance bros and everyone else giving you advice online. They're just monetizing your hope. They're just monetizing your horny. They're just monetizing your misery. They're all succubus. The males, the females, they're all just sucking off of your life force. Keeping you soma. Holding you back. Getting their bag off of you. You're just a consumer. You're just a mindless consumer. The only thing you will ever be to, no offense to Rachel specifically, but it's only fair. The only thing you could ever be to her is a dollar bill. The only thing you could ever be to any woman online is a dollar bill. That's why you have to meet in person. And until you meet in person, you'll only ever be a dollar bill to any woman ever online, in the category of the sexual marketplace or entertainment. And for men, you can't find real friends online who are men either, generally speaking. You go in person and there's nobody there. So in this cyberpunk dystopian hell future that we live in, you're basically fucked 15 different kinds. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of civilization before it all comes crashing down and the next generation, the alpha or betas or alpha plusers or beta minusers or omega, Nick, Dextron, extra, Falcon, lock and lock, whatever. The mega, Dextron, ultra, quasi generation, whatever the fuck is the last one. Imagine there, whatever generation comes to burn the whole fucking civilization down because they never got no pussy, they never got no money, never got no opportunities, and and all they ever were light. And this is probably already the Zoomers and the Alphas. All they were ever was ever lied to about everything. All they were ever was they were told that they were the problem, that they were internally racist, that they were naturally toxic, that that they have to just shut up and be thankful and be patient and give money to the whammy and respect the whammy and ask for nothing in return. And yeah, that this generation, which is probably the one that's alive right now, they're just gonna give up one day and burn the whole civilization down. And if you're in the civilization when it happens, you'll get burned down too. It happened in Rome, it happened in Babylon, it happened in Greece, it happened in France several fucking times. Do you really think it's not gonna happen here? Get the fuck out of civilization. Get the fuck out. Get free. Find a group of dudes and dudettes who want to get the fuck out. Females who aren't chronically online, and males who actually want to build a new civilization, new group, a new society outside of the internet. And it's not just like the internet's just a switch. It's inside of everyone today. Everyone you find in the real world, they're stuck on the internet too. There are no humans on the internet. There's only simps, thoughts, degenerates, kumus, gooners, incels, femcels, dinks, winks, needs, geeds, funko normies, nincompoopies, commies, capitalists, fascists, retards. There are no humans on the internet. There's only an infinite amount of division, an infinite amount of soma, an infinite amount of distraction, and you'll never make money on the internet either. That's a facade. That's a lie saved for the less than 1% special people who are the succubus of society. Less than 1% of people like Rachel or Philip DeFranco. It doesn't fucking matter. It's the less than 1% who create the soma, who create the addiction, who create the prawn or the corn or the cron or the hermosga, the fucking drug that you're on to keep you passive, to keep you subdued, so that you'll never burn the whole civilization down and the elites can continue on party while they fuck your women. Your sister, your mom, your cousin, your future wife, and the few of the 8%ers who figured this out and were born genetically, nines, only nines, maybe a few eights, but only the natural 8s and 9s, or the few men who can get enough money to pad their looks to the point where they can appear like they're 8 or 9s. These are the only men that all women see online, the only men that all women care about online. Now, offline, it is different because women, without the internet, they don't know what they could have. And so they settle for someone who's actually there. And the same is true for platonic male agape Philadelphia, male or and female, any kind of normal platonic relationship or friendship to a degree as well. You know, if you meet up with somebody and you guys are friends, platonic, right? It could just work. But if on the internet, well, but this guy or this girl, this could be a better friend, maybe. More money. I'd like my friend to be rich, right? It's the same thing. But the problem is, we're so separated by space, and separated by culture, and separated by time, and separated by technology and income, to the point where we can't afford to meet people in the real world, but the internet's cheap. Get the fuck out. This whole thing is gonna come crashing down if the species doesn't go extinct. Tell me what you think.